Well, here we are. End of October, or coming up on that, towards the end. And finally drug this back out. Getting that stuff put away there. Those two bikes. Thunderbolt's out in cold storage at another building. Share with my dad, stick stuff in. Anyhow, yeah, gonna get into this engine here. Discuss a little bit, about bike shops here on this video and how they're disappearing, and see how fast we can get an engine turned around here. This engine did sit at a place for 2 years, along with this engine over here, and nothing got done to them. So I don't need to get in that situation again. Anyhow, last video on this engine was the crankshaft end play was at like 10 thou. But yeah, gonna see what we could do here in the Midwest. There's a few shops I'm gonna call around to today. Try to get some numbers and some turnaround time, and I'm gonna start disassembling that engine here. Probably not in this video, but that's just a quick little snippet, I guess, of gonna be the trials and tribulations of getting this engine turned around this winter. Hopefully no snags and all goes well. Anyhow, focus on this here. Got some of this, one of these toys, been selling some stuff on eBay. This stuff kind of fell in my lap. We bought that building. It had a bunch of RC stuff and a bunch of other stuff we have no use for. So those are selling pretty good on eBay. I haven't made any videos in a while. I've been busy with house projects and whatnot. Of course, another thing I stumbled into, I'll pan over what else I got going on over here. All right, I ended up selling a snowmobile one morning, 440 Exciter. And I was looking at this 71 Suzuki, I believe it's a T500 down the road, local to me. And is missing carburetors, this and that. I still haven't looked at it. Guy's a little high in his price. I seen this, and wasn't really shopping for one of these, but I got some friends that got them. They got the 200 Big Reds, and price was a little bit more I wanted to spend. He came down a little. It's got a new carb on it, new knockoff carb, a new front tire. He didn't seem to know a whole lot about it. He didn't know how to take the fenders off on the back and whatnot. So he had paid somebody to do the work. That's where I think he was at with this price. But he came down a little and actually delivered it, which was kind of cool. The tank's really clean. Waiting for a feeler gauge. I didn't want to bend mine to get in there. That should be here. The valves need adjusted. I cleaned the tank, cleaned the carb, power washed it quite a bit. It's cleaned up pretty good. Got a seat cover coming. But yeah, cool little machine. Glad to get a sled gone. This was kind of just one of the things that happened, I do got little kids three-wheeler, but nothing medium size like this. I got some big bikes, quad racer and a CR 500, but and a big Sportsman 800. But this kind of falls in the middle of medium size, which is, hey, I guess I needed one, right? Anyhow, panning over, redoing the interior on this Blazer. Had a little tiny hole up in the front there where they decided to feed the power wire to the amp. And then I got like 10 little holes in the back here where I think they decided to mount amplifiers. But I got, new dash for it. Metal MC carpet kit. I'm going to pull the headliner out, do the headliner. Kind of got sidetracked with this from the working on the bikes. Rebuilt the heater box. And a lot of landscaping done around the house this summer, and money spent there. But yeah, I'm going to drive by what used to be a Harley shop in our town here. Actually, there's two towns that butt up next to each other. There's 3 bike shops total now. One was, 2 have been around for years. They won't touch anything British or anything old. One little independent shop's gone in my town. In the town next to me, there's a little one. I went and talked to him, and he just does V-twin stuff, which is pretty common in my area. If you do find an independent shop that touches old stuff, it'll be, Harleys. But yeah, anyhow, I'll drive by that here a little bit once I get this boat. I'm going to get it all boxed up and off to FedEx. Well, this is going to get interesting. I don't think the cat's going to be a whole much help. Yep. I'll get her figured out. Oh, yeah. All right, this is a three-wheeler book. This is what I had installed in that carb, just you know, hey, by the way type thing, but you know, it doesn't label. Book doesn't call out what the needle should be or the pilot. Just calls out the main. Picked that book up off eBay. Sometimes on these message boards, I see a lot of guys asking these questions, and it's like, do these guys not have a book? You know, get a book. It's real simple. They're a lot of help. Anyhow, that's boxed up. Cat didn't do nothing. Gonna get this thing in the car and head up there. All right, here we are. This used to be the Harley shop in town. Like I said, big fancy building. See over there's the expressway. There's a local shop still in town. Nothing like this building here, but they've been around forever. Good place to get, you know, Africa Twin or a Tenere or a V-Straub. That's kind of the popular stuff now. But yeah, figured I'd show you the building, and I'm gonna get back to the garage. Got that box shipped out, so all is good there. All right, good news. I spoke to a guy down out of state, but anyhow, not too far. He's 3.5 hours, something like that. But his turnaround time sounds pretty good. Talked to another place. They're a few states away. Their turnaround time is 6 to 8 weeks for a cylinder head. So I'm gonna get changed and get back out here, get this thing up in my teeth, and get the cylinder head pulled off. All right, got this thing up in my teeth here. Okay, here we go. Step one on cylinder head removal. Wasn't planning on this video being cylinder head removal, but that's the way it's going now. After talking to that boy down there in Ohio. Yeah, so remove fuel tank, remove air filters, carburetors, exhaust, you know. That stuff was already, you know, just got to pull the carbs, really. You know, that stuff was installed. So here we go, get this last carburetor off. Also, don't forget, you're going to want to remove your magneto from over here. That's an important step. Now that we got that out of the way, we can circle back to what really got us involved here. Let's take a listen here again, just for shits and grins. Yeah, that's about 10 thou. Yeah, ask me how I know. Working on pulling the valve cover now. Seems to happen every now and then, I've noticed with these. The stud, the whole stud's coming out. That has happened a few times. I'll address that on you know, reassembly and whatnot. All right, valve covers off. All the factory matching hardware for the show winning bike. Yeah, just kidding. Not really. Anyhow, yeah, we're gonna take this front spindle shaft out there. Exhaust rocker spindle. Talks about the order of stuff. Talks about how it comes out, and that's what I'm gonna do. Time to take that part out. I think I'm gonna do this engine stay first. Yeah, let me grab that engine stay first here, real quick. All right, got the left cylinder exhaust valve push rod out. Going to take the right side out. Adjusted the or back slacked off the tappet adjusters there. To get some free play or whatever you want to call it, wiggle room to get the push rods out. Just kind of crude label for now, whatnot. Check them here in a little bit. All right, we're working on getting that spindle out. You know, I was cranking the engine a little bit, and there's always so much movement. You know, the nut started to spin over there and whatnot. Anyhow, I wasn't filming some of this because it's kind of hard to get out here one-handed. Anyhow, basically, a little bit under there, you know, it only took a little bit, little assistance there to get some clearance to pull those push rods out. All right, get out of the way, cat. Going after the spindle shaft. All right, I got spindle shaft nut loose. Slowly working it there with the dead blow. That nut's 5/16 there. You know, the British standard. I'm probably gonna get a brass drift here once that nut runs out of room. All right, here's a brass drift I got. Like I said, probably, yeah, kind of knew exactly which one I was gonna use. anyhow, it's going to slowly work that without launching it into the side of my truck bed there. All right, it's freed up. Now she comes. Kind of like to lay everything in order. You know, book, it does, you know, have some pretty good pictures and tells you right, you know, how the order of this stuff goes. Like I said, you know, I mentioned before, imagine anybody watching this is probably for more entertainment purposes than how to actually do this. But, yeah, you know, is what it is. So get those out, get those bolts broke loose, and get this thing coming off. And that stuff was installed correctly, as you can see there, how it's oriented. It describes it too, goes into the description where your washers should be, thrust washer and your springs and whatnot. Now we got access to the bolts there, and we can get to loosening those up. All right, remove the inlet push rods, kind of the same deal. I was able to turn the crank a little more. Basically just, you know, if you had your Kickstarter, your clutch and all that operational or whatnot, your back tire, put it in gear, I guess you could do that. Yeah. Anyhow, that's all apart. So, yeah, I had those pliers on that nut. Got some wiggle room, got push rods out. What the heck is that cat getting into? Anyhow, talks about the 4 bolts. There's 2 there, 2 there, and then also mentions the one down, and there. Can't forget that one. That's a do not forget that bolt. And you got your outer nuts there. So discusses going after the 4 center longer bolts and the short one in the push rod tunnel. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, got the those 4 bolts out. Kind of got them laid up here. What is that cat getting into? Hey, what are you doing up there? Hey! Hey! Should be on the ground looking for critters, not up there. Okay, distractions, yeah. Yep, getting that center bolt. All right, that 4-inch extension there reached right down there to get the center bolt pretty good. Smaller headed bolt. It's a 1/4. The other ones were 3/8. There's some swimming around here, those larger bolts. Man, cat, you're getting in trouble today. Okay. You know, you just kind of, these are now, you just move those out of the way. Down like that, plenty of room. Get that bolt out of there. All right, trying to get those nuts off there. So, one of those scenarios, this side, the right side, with a little love tap, with the dead blow loose. This side over here is not moving. Sprayed a little coil. Maybe it's boogered up in there on the studs. It's loose, but it's not what will come up on this side. And I'm, you know, tapping it where I don't want to damage fins or nothing like that. I got kind of told that guy when I called him. This does got a cracked fin right here. Failed to mention that. I need to let him know about that. He mentioned cleaning the cylinder up, you know, and painting it. And this thing looks pretty good. I couldn't remember how good it looked till now when I was talking to him earlier. But yeah, let me get a few more love taps with this little dead blow here. All right, a little work, got it free. Okay, it's a little work, I got it free. This stud here was not getting any movement. The other 3 I was. As you can see though, I got a gap in there now at least, so heading in the right direction. definitely took a little work. I actually had this here, this dead blow here, and I popped it with another dead blow on the bottom. I was working on this exhaust port. I think I might have caused a crack there, unfortunately. Yeah, if that was there or not, that was me. Either way, there's another crack that's got to be repaired. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't mention that when I talked to him earlier, but I'm sure he's rebuilding heads. He either can fix cracks or he knows somebody. Alrighty, get this thing off. Well, all right, that took a little. Yeah. I used the glove to keep this side. This side I'd work the other side. This side would drop down a little bit. So, yeah. Well, it's hung up on this corner here for some reason. And that stud there definitely didn't want to play nice, but it's off now. Let's get over here on the bench. All right. Barely see. Little crack there, looks like. Just barely there. Hard to tell. There is, this thing ain't focusing very good. Anyhow, minor little crack there. Yeah. Definitely a little carbon action going on. Yeah, this was the problem child, was that left cylinder. Yeah. This bike that I had picked up mid-90s, don't know all the history on it. Don't know if the speedometer is original. It's showing like, I think 16,000. Yeah. Not sure if it's ever been a part of that. Gotta clean that mess up. We'll get to the bottom of that. All right. All right. One of them deals here. Got a phone call made. Looks like got a guy, like I said, gonna get this cylinder done. Sounds like he was working on a A65 engine, and dude ran out of money. So my window of opportunity. Hey, you know, I'll go with that. So I get this in a box as quick as I can. He said he's going to the dirt track races tomorrow. So sounds like he's been in these bikes a few times from just talking with him a little bit. I've seen the shop advertised before. I think he just works out of his house type deal. But yeah, feel free to drop a comment, like, subscribe, and you know, maybe you want to see a little three-wheeler work. Go do a little tinkering with that. Seat cover, adjust the valves, stuff like that. Nothing real big. Got it all cleaned up already, but yeah, glad to be back on the A65 here. Been a busy summer. Been riding the Thunderbolt. This thing's been on the back burner for all the summer. But yeah, have a good weekend. Take her easy.